Hello everyone, my name is Dhanur MBA and I am a first year MBA student at SCMHRD Pune. I am doing specializing in sales and marketing. I did my BCom from Delhi University and I come from Delhi. I was born and brought up in Delhi. And although I come from a BCom or commerce background, but I was still struggling during my SNAP preparation because I come from a very different background. I used to represent and captain a state cricket team. So I used to be a professional cricketer prior to my MBA journey. So personally, I encountered a few problems regarding quants, logical reasoning, and verbal ability as well. Although I was a decent student when I was in school, in my graduation as well as in 10th, 12th. So I did not have that much a problem while starting my preparation, but I was very aware that I need to put in extra effort as I was away from academics. I had a gap year as well. So based on that, I thought of giving all of the entrance exams, and I had started preparation for SNAP particularly by the month of September properly. Before that, I was trying to brush up on topics which are important like arithmetic. Time, speed and distance was my favorite topic, which usually comes up in most of the exams, and I would just say that you should focus much more on arithmetic, and of course not letting the other topics take a hit because they also come in the exam as well. But you need to identify what are your strong topics, and because that is going to help you when you are giving the actual paper. Right, so since it's a 60-minute 60 question paper, so you can't be stuck up on one particular question. For that, you need to analyze mocks, you need to understand your strong topics, and maximize your capability in terms of quantitative ability, logical reasoning, and verbal ability. Now personally, I was struggling, as I said initially, for my mocks. I did not get good grades or good marks in my mocks, good percentiles, but I practiced a lot more on areas which were weaker sections for me. So initially my logical reasoning was not at all very good. I used to struggle a lot in coding, decoding, blood relations, seating arrangement, and critical reasoning, to be precise, because these are the things which are not taught that much. They look easy, but they require a lot of practice. And once I understood that these are my weaker areas, I tried to focus much more on these topics. I attempted a lot of mocks, and I used to analyze each and every mock after I am done with it. So I used to practice those questions specifically which I could not solve in that 60-minute time frame, because that really helped me in making sure that I will not repeat the same mistake in the exam as well. So now coming to the number of attempts, I personally gave 2 attempts at that time, and one was clashing with IIFT exam, and I could not reach the center on time. But somehow I was able to give the exam. But that exam did not turn out to be very well for me. Whereas on the third exam, the last slot, that's where I secured a very high percentile. I scored a 99.13 percentile. And the number of questions that I attempted was not very much as compared to the previous years. And I was kind of dejected with the number of attempts that I have given. But actually the level of difficulty of the paper keeps changing year on year. And this year, when I gave my SNAP exam, it was relatively difficult. That's why the percentiles had also dropped a bit. And so just whenever you are preparing your exams, don't keep a fixed number in your mind. Just try to ensure that you are maximizing your attempts so that you can maximize your chances of converting a Premier B school like SCMHRD Pune. Right, and I spoke about logical reasoning, I spoke about quantitative ability. Arithmetic, yes, you need to focus much more on that, but talking about verbal ability, that is your strongest section, to be honest, because you can get done with the section in 7 to 8 minutes if you are aware of the kind of problems that are there, and you'll be aware of these problems once you are in the habit of reading newspapers, reading editorials. Read as much as possible, because you will get questions like identify the errors and correct these sentences. Then there will be questions pertaining to, there was a question regarding a poem, so you had to comprehend the poem, and vocabulary based questions as well. So focus more on reading. As much as you can read, the better it will be in your exam. So you can get done with that verbal ability section in 7 to 8 minutes. Then prioritize maybe your next weaker section. That personally for me, it was a quantitative ability which I tried to attempt after verbal ability, and then lastly I solved logical reasoning, because I thought logical reasoning is very important. It has around 25 questions, so I need to focus much more on that. And in logical reasoning as well, you'll get questions like seating arrangement. So if you are able to solve one set, then if you are able to identify which is the problem statement, then you can actually go through the entire four questions, which is going to be a bonus for you. So logical reasoning should not be missed out on at all. And yes, verbal ability is going to be your key metric. Right. So with that, I wish you luck for your preparations, and I hope to see you at SCMHRD.